everyone. I have Reggie Berg in the studio with us today. Reggie is probably, don't tell him this, but he's right here, one of my favorite pianists in the whole wide world. I've gotten the chance to work with him. We used to have this jazz gig at Sushi, and we went to DU together. We both studied music there. I was doing my master's degree. What was your degree in from?
It was in composition.
Composition. He's a great composition person, but he's also an amazing pianist. And the thing that I love about Reggie is he's very passionate and he's very talented and he works really hard at his craft. He can do jazz, he can do classical, he can do modern, he can sight read stuff that I can't even dream about sight reading. So I wanted to introduce you to him because I am, in the fall, going to add him as one of the studio teachers in our studio, and I'm just really excited for my intermediate and advanced students. So if you are getting more advanced in your piano and you want to start taking from Reggie, he is fantastic, and that could definitely be an option. But you have to read your piano notes. You have to know both staffs. If you can't do that, then I'm not going to let you take from Reggie. Just kidding, but no, really. So Reggie, tell us, can you give us some advice, good advice on what are some things that young pianists should think about in their training and focus on to try to become better?
All right, so for young pianists, I would say no matter what style you really want to end up playing or what you're most passionate about, having a really strong classical foundation is always going to help you so much. So like never skipping over scales or like 5-finger patterns or your arpeggios. Stuff like that is important, you know, to make sure you hit every day at the beginning. And then also theory. So like she mentioned, just like getting to be a whiz at note reading. You can never be too fast. So you can constantly quiz yourself on getting faster at that, because a lot of your professional life, if you continue on even to that stage, is going to be showing up to like a gig where you may not know anyone, and hey, here's this piece of music, and oh, you need to just read it. Yeah, no rehearsal. So if that's a breeze for you, and just like reading notes is not a big deal, then you've gotten through half the battle, you know, so.
Awesome.
There you go.
Thanks for that advice. One more thing. So Reggie just got done, well, he didn't just get done. He's had a couple gigs since then, but he had the opportunity to tour with PMJ, Postmodern Jukebox. Tell us about your experience with that.
I look at that as like probably the best moment like of my life. So I got to do 5 tours with Postmodern Jukebox.
It's amazing. And those of you that don't know who Postmodern Jukebox is, go look them up on YouTube. They like take contemporary songs and they turn them into like jazz, like cool tunes. It's amazing, like what you guys do. Yeah,
if you can check out, if you're interested, Creep.
Oh yes, that's my favorite one of theirs.
Took a tune from Radiohead, and there's a vocalist, Haley Reinhart, who was,
I love Haley.
I believe it was The Voice, right? That she became famous on. So, like I remember the music director, he's an old friend of mine from high school. He wrote me and said, would you want to be in this group? And I about fell off my chair, you know. I hadn't talked to this guy in like 10 years, you know. I was like, yeah, of course. So I had to do this audition. One of the things was to play along with Haley Reinhart, like on the recording, and then send it in and stuff. So,
but you would say that's probably one of the highlights of your.
Oh my gosh!
Career,
yeah,
right?
everyone was such a colorful personality, and every singer is very different from each other, and that was fun to have to like learn to adjust all the time, you know, to who you were with, and it was so much fun. I felt like being all of us always feel like we're just little kids again when we get to be around each other.
That's cool.
So.
Well, I'm really, really excited. I absolutely adore Reggie as a musician and as a person. He's a really cool person. So I'm really excited. Hopefully those of you that are a little bit more intermediate advanced will be taking from him. And we're excited to be having you as part of our studio.